Oh, Shalom Aleichem. I hope all is well. Good to Bach. Anyway, we're talking about, from the last video, about parshas Shelach from the Noam Megidim. So he's mentioning that the 40 days of the Meraglim, of the spies going to Eretz Yisrael, when Hashem asked Moshe Rabbeinu to send the Meraglim to Eretz Yisrael for 40 days. This is a remez to the 40 days of Teshuvah. That's from Rosh Chodesh Elul until Rosh Hashanah. That's 30 days, and then for the Aseret Yemei Teshuvah. That's from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. That's another 10 days. That's 40 days. This is a remez of the Yidden of doing Teshuvah for 40 days. So it's like we're going and visiting the holiness of Hashem. So this is a remez to that. Let's continue on and take a look at the Noam Megidim. So anyway, we finished over here. So anyway, V'al derech hakasav yitok hashofar ba'ir. So we're talking about blowing the shofar. It's his was to Teshuvah. Barosh Chodesh, Ya'or Libchem, V'yeshuvu, and then we will be returned to Hashem. Barosh Hashanah, B'yoter, and then Rosh Hashanah even more, B'yoter. Of Yaseres Yemei Teshuvah, Od Yoter. Yaseres Yemei Teshuvah is even more. Miskadeshim, Mistarim, we're becoming holy. We're becoming holy and purifying ourselves. We're making the effort to become holy and purifying ourselves. Over Yom HaKippurim, Od Yoter, and Yom HaKippurim even more, even further. V'zeh Tov v'yafa. This is very good. I will take it. This is very good. All this. I will take it according to the Noam Megidim. I will take it. B'chalos Yom HaKodesh, Yom HaKippurim. However, right after the the holy day of Yom Kippurim finishes, Zeh Darkam Kesel Lamo Yerapu Yedehim Miateshuva. This is a foolish way of we just forget about we like abandon, shall we say? We let our hands go weak from the continuing on of the Teshuvah. And velo yavinu ki ha'ikar ha'avodos hu b'chakasukos. And we don't know, and we don't understand that the ikar, that the main part of the avodos, abdos, of the work of Rosh Chodesh Elul and the Aseret Yemei Teshuvah and Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, hu b'chag ha'sukkos, to go into the holiday of Sukkos, to do that in the right way. B'simcha, chag simcha seinu. U'bayichod b'shmini atzeres b'simchas Torah, and then specifically shmini atzeres and simchas Torah, which is at the end of Sukkos. Atzeres tihiyeh lochem lezakos lehis kayim banu habiyani hamelech chadarav. So Shmini Atzeres and Simchas Torah. So Atzeres Tihiyeh Lachem. It should be we should be with Hashem again for the Shmini Atzeres, the 8th day of the right after Sukkos, and then Simchas Torah Lezakos, to be good for us, to give us a zechus, his kayim banu, and to this, everything should be fulfilled in us, and it should be permanently with us. Heviyani hamelech chadarav, the king brought us to his inner sanctum, to his rooms, kiyadu eliyodim, like it's when we asked us to do teshuvah and to do the Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and getting close to Hashem, He gave us a way to get close to him, to get us to his inner sanctum, like it's known to those that know it. With Divrei Zohar Kodesh, Shilhi, the words of the Zohar Kodesh, parshas Pinchas, Sim Einecha Olav. In parshas Pinchas, it says, Sim Einecha Olav. Put your eyes on it, Uvein Tovin, Asher Lefonecha, and you should understand what is in front of you. V'tavin, you will understand. A maskil, you will understand. You have seichel, you understand it. Shekidivorenu kenhu, that like what we just said right now, that this is the way it is. That the Hashem wants us to do the avoda of Simchas Torah in the same way, and so don't let our hands go weak from the teshuvah. We should continue on. V'zeh yirmaz hakosov. This is what the kosov says. This is what the pasuk says. Al divros v'hanhogos b'nei adam halalo. On the people, on these people, on the people of the spies, the meraglim, that they went to Eretz Yisrael to see how things are in Eretz Yisrael, and then when they came back, they should have said, we saw Eretz Yisrael. It's very good to talk about the Shivchei Eretz Yisrael, the greatness of Eretz Yisrael. And then, yes, let us go up and conquer it, because Hashem said to Moshe, we should go and see it. It's very good. But they did, unfortunately, the opposite. V'yashuvu mitur ha'aretz. They returned from the tour, from the going and checking out the land. Mile'orer haguf sheyashuv b'teshuva. And then what we do in Rosh Hashanah and the 40 days of teshuvah. So we come back from checking out the land, meaning being close to Hashem. From waking up the guf, the physical, the body. We should return to Hashem with teshuvah. Asher ororo, which it was woken up in these 40 days. Also kitzas, we were woken up a little bit in these 40 days. Vayihimi tor melashon chazal tir below tir, and tor is from the language of chazal, tir below tir. In other words, it's a tour is like to tour, to see how things are. V'tayarei v'yukmei Rabbi Yochanan, the Rabbi Kahana, and v'yukmei, and Rabbi Yochanan said to Rabbi Kahana, Baba Kama, in the Gemara of Baba Kama, Dahainu Heikitsu v'overu. You should awaken yourself, v'overu. You should become aware and become awakened. Kain Yeomar Kan Mitur Haaretz Mela Orer Esa Oretz Mikates Arboim Yom. Kain Yeomar Kan. So the same thing is said over here. Mitur Haaretz, from going on a tour, from going on a visit to the land. Mela Orer Esa Oretz. From waking up the land, the guf, the person. So we should know that the main part of everything is to serve Hashem. Miketz Arboim Yom, after the 40 days. V'heim taltin yomin the Elul v'yaseres yemei teshuvah. This is the 30 days of Elul, of the month of Elul v'yaseres yemei teshuvah, and then the 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Harei vein hakol arboim yom. Between all of this is 40 days. Umikates arboim yom, and at the end of the 40 days, yashuvu mitorah aretz li orer haguf v'teshuvah. And then at the end of these 40 days, we should return. We should be returned and doing teshuvah. From going to the land of serving Hashem, we're awakened to the service of Hashem. Mitzur ha'aretz. The Orer HaGuf, this awakens the Guf that we should do the things in the right way. With the Shuvah, K'nei Lanu. Like, so the ayin bezohar kodesh, and so you see in the Zohar Kodesh, the Holy Zohar, Amar Rabbi Shimon, mi parashta do olifna, raza di chachmasa, mi parshata, from this parsha, do olifna, we can learn, raza di chachmasa, the secret of chachma, of wisdom, v'chulam. Azilu Eleinu Hai Alma Tava B'chulam Yod Ayin Shin Sheper. So Azilu Eleinu Hai Alma Tova. This new Yom Tov of Sukkot coming up after the Aseres Yemei Teshuvah and Yom Kippur. So it should come. We should understand it and do things with even further with simcha. Shepersho diber b'kadesho shekol shepersho diber b'kadesho. The explanation is diber b'kadesho. He said in his holy way, in his holy language, shekol ha'inyan yirmos al ha'iyun bi'olamos al yonim, that all of the inyan, all of the topic of this topic that we're talking about, of the 40 days, is Yermos. It should be a hint. It should be the secret, the hint of al-ha'iyun that we should concentrate on, be olamos elyonim, on the olamos elyonim, the higher worlds, v'lashuv b'teshuvah, and then to go and continue with our teshuvah, and to go to with teshuvah, continue on with our teshuvah to Sukkos, Zman Simchaseinu, the time of our simcha, of our joy, and then to Shmini Atzeres and Simchas Torah, B'yakol al Yidei HaTorah HaKadusha. Everything is al Yidei, through the Torah, the Holy Torah. That's Simchas Torah, celebrating the Torah. Behu Neos L'Devorav. This shows how his words are true. V'Ledevarav Yiforosh Kepeshite Mitur Ha'aretz Shel Regel. And the Devarav, according to his words, Yiforosh, it is explained, Kepeshite, like it's simple way, Mitur Ha'aretz Shel Regel, from touring, Ha'aretz Shel Regel, the land of the regel, of the regel of the holiday, or else which is a hint from the 40 days of the Meraglim, of the spies. V'le'ra'os tuv ha'aretz, and to see the goodness of the land, ha'elyona, of the higher ways of being close to Hashem. Miketz arboim yom. At the end of the 40 days, which ends at Yom Kippur, we should be having a renewed sense of vigor to continue with Simcha to Sukkos, and then Shmini Atzeres and Simchas Torah. The Elul, the Aseres Yemei Teshuvah, the 40 days of Elul, and these 10 days of Teshuvah, Kemoshe Pirashnu. Ubeshuv Ne'echaz Bidarchenu, and we should return. Ne'echaz Bidarchenu, we should grab within our ways. Befeirush at Mitur Ha'aretz, Befeirush, to explain the explanation. Mitur Ha'aretz, from going to the ways, the good ways of serving Hashem in the Aseres Yemei Teshuvah and the 40 days. Shakavana Mitur Ha'aretz, may his overrose, the Shakavana, what we mean to say is Mitur Ha'aretz, from going and touring the land. May his overrose, and through this, Nefarish v'yasuru es Eretz Canaan. We should go look and tour Eretz Canaan, the land of Canaan. Div v'yasuru hainu v'yaoraru. V'yasuru, we should tour hainu v'yaoraru. We should be We should be awakened, lazeh, we should be awakened, lazeh. Lo kasiv vayiraglu. It doesn't say we should spy. It means we should be awakened to the good way of doing things on the 40 days of starting at Rosh Chodesh Elul, and then continuing on through Rosh Hashanah, and then Yom Kippur. We should continue on to Sukkos, and to serve Hashem, to serve the right way. Diktaknu v'yiraglu. It doesn't say v'yiraglu. It says v'yasuru. Nemar daktaknu kasher nebara, and we deduce this, and we explain this like it says. V'niftach rishon. We'll continue opening one thing at a time. Vayomer shalach lecha anashim. It says shalach lecha anashim. Hashem said to Moshe, shalach lecha, send for yourself, for your own benefit. Anashim. Anashim means very chashve mention, very holy men, very holy people. All of these were tzaddikim. The 12 spies, but 10 of them unfortunately went the wrong way. Only Yehoshua and Kalev ben Yefuneh were the ones that kept up the tzidkus, the righteous ways. Vayomer shlach lecha anashim. Hashem said to Moshe, send for your sake anashim, very able men. Chashuv. Yadua Amram, it says, Zichron Zelashon, Shebeshas Petiroso Shel Adam, Zichron Lebracha, the Rabbanan say, Shebeshas Petiroso Shel Adam, Ein Melavin Lo. When a person leaves this world, these possessions don't go with him, and honor doesn't go with him, kavod doesn't go with him, nothing goes with him except for Ella Torah Uma'asim Tovim. So the Torah that he or she learned, Uma'asim Tovim, and good deeds. Ma'asim Tovim, good deeds. Ubelvad lazeh lo yikra shum davar. Except for this, lo yikra shum davar liha'adam b'shem shalo. Except for the Torah and the Ma'asim Tovim, the Torah and the good deeds that no person should call anything else that it belongs to him. Ol anochach shalacha, zalasi divrei kedusha, only holy things. Torah, that's the Torah, the learning of the Torah, of the holy Torah, of Hashem b'tfilah, and davening to Hashem u'ma'asim tovim, and also good deeds, helping people out, helping people that need to be helped, to be fed and clothed. That's ma'asim tovim. The alderech, and on the way, sheperashnu, that we explain this, maimar hakasuv, va'iven lo bayis, like he explained, the what it says in the pasuk, va'iven lo bayis, and he built him a house. He built him a house b'chulam. Ki gam hatzadik b'yosa b'zeh ha'olam. Even a righteous person, a very righteous person, b'yosa b'zeh ha'olam, when he is in this world, tzarich la'asok ma'at b'chumrios, has to still be occupied himself with his existence, with the material existence, with making a living, taking care of a family, everything with the material things. Ach shahu b'derech harai, but this should be b'derech harai, like sort of on the side, not the main preoccupation. V'ho'ikor, the main thing is Torah. V'avdos Hashem, the main thing is Torah and serving of Hashem. V'zehu va'iven lo b'devarim shehem lo. This means va'iven lo, and he's built for him a house. V'devarim shehem shelo, things that are his. Ve'ein lazor ito, and there's not ve'ein lazor ito, there's nobody else with him. No. Ve'ein lazor ito, bayis ikar v'kava, ve'ein lazor ito, bayis ikar v'kava v'lemeknehu, ikar v'kava v'lemeknehu. So the bayis, the house, ikar, there's the main thing, v'kava v'lemikanenu v'yiski chomrios Vayis Iker Bekava Vilimicanehu the Iske Chumerios Ase Suko Sarai. So in other words, Vayis, the house, Iker is the main thing, Bekava, and it's very set. One has to be, that's the main occupation. Vilimicanehu the Iske Chumerios. This is for the one has to deal with one's chumrius, with one's existence, physical existence in the world. Ase suko sarai, to make suko sarai, to make temporary dwellings. And also, this is the sukkos. We're doing the sukkos shows us that we're making temporary dwellings. That the sukkos are temporary. We go in from being with Hashem for the 40 days to Sukkos, and Sukkos are temporary. Nirlanu, V'kamayram Zal, like it says, like the Rabbanan say, Asay Tarescha Keva, make the Torah Keva your main thing. Nirlanu, V'hina Yadua Imrei Kodesh, it says from the holy sayings of the Rabbanan, B'Shulchan Aruch, in the Shulchan Aruch, B'inyan Chasidim, and different Chasidic Be'inyan Chasidim Harishonim Hayu Shoim Sho Achas Mespalim, that the early Chasidim, the early very pious people, the Yidden, the first Harishonim, the first ones, Hayu Shoim, they would wait Sho Achas Mespalim, they would wait before saying the Shemona Esrei, they would wait for 1 hour, a whole hour, to get their minds with the kavanah that they are davening in front of Hashem. V'hayu mechavanim libam b'shazu lachshov romamus v're'enu yotzreinu v'kedushaso. And they were having the kavanah. They were setting in their sights. They were setting their hearts at this time. Lachshov romamos. They were thinking about the loftiness, Bara'eno, of our Creator, Yotzreinu, the one that formed us, B'kedushaso, and His holiness, V'godel niflaosov, and all of His wonders and His miracles, Hatshahayu mispashtim megashmius mikol v'kol, until they stripped themselves of their gashmius, of their physical, external, almost mikol v'kol, absolutely, they were thinking only about Hashem. V'ayu karovim lama'alos halivush hanevuah. V'ayu karovim lama'alos hanevuah, and they got themselves almost to the midah, to the level of nevuah, of prophecy. Vayipol oram mibli levush, and it's like they were like vayipol oram. They were like davening oram, naked almost. In other words, in their psychological, they were of course wearing something, of course, but they were thinking only about Hashem. Mibli levush, v'lo b'tefillah levad. This is not talking only about b'tefillah with davening, with the praying. Rak gam b'Torah hayu limudim came. This was the same thing with their learning of the Torah. They weren't thinking about that for kavod, for honor. Kasher siparo, like it said, shahayu lomed Torah b'shuk elyon v'sadino b'shuk hatachton. Like it says, one of the Rishonim, or one of the Amoraim, or the Tanaim, Kasher sipro shahayu lomed Torah b'shuk elyon. He was learning Torah in the higher shuk, in the higher street, in other words, like in Shamayim. B'sadino b'shuk hatachton, and his clothing were b'shuk hatachton, were in the lower earthly levels. The Rava, he wasn't concerned with that. He was concerned more with his learning and with his davening. The Rava have at Stabain Nivain Rabba have it's of Nevo'in Dama V'lo Hirgish Bazeh. And Rabba, he had his fingers were bleeding. They were hurt and they were bleeding, and he didn't feel this. He was so engrossed in his learning. The Rabba have it's of his fingers Nevo'in were it was the blood was coming out of it. And he didn't feel it. He didn't feel it at all. Become Cain, some of the same thing. Bechol abdus asher yisratze ha'eved el adonov. All of the abdus, all of the work that a eved does for his adonov, for his master, ha'adon Hashem tzavakot. The meaning that the master is Hashem, the holy Hashem of the hosts. Like this is what we're talking about. Yaseh bihis pashtus hachumrius. It should be done with taking away all of the external physical. In other words, we're thinking about Hashem. This is what we should strive for. Ki ein lavo el shar hamelech b'levush sak, because one cannot come to the levush shar hamelech, to the el shar hamelech, to the gate of the king, b'levush sak, when one is wearing sackcloth, or even when in other words, one shouldn't be thinking about how nice we look, and we should be davening. We should be, of course, nicely dressed, but it doesn't have to be like the greatest. One is not to go to the Shara Melech, to the gate of the king, but levush sak, when one is clothed in sack, in a sack. Because yirtzu ma'asav el Hashem, v'oz yirtzu ma'asav el Hashem, and then yirtzu ma'asav el Hashem, his ways, his actions will be acceptable before Hashem. So this is the Noam Megidim. This is the Noam Megidim. So on Shelach. Okay. Yashikayach, thank you for watching and listening, and Hatzlacha and Kol Tuv.